Welcome to the CARs morning routine. We're going to start with our neck and then work our way down to our toes. Imagining your shoulders are locked in cement. We're going to keep everything nice and tight. Take the chin into your sternum. And we're going to roll the chin across the collarbone to the left. Start to bring the ear back behind the shoulder. Look up towards the ceiling. Take the chin to the collarbone on the right, just in front of the shoulder. Into the middle, at the top of the sternum, and change direction, and we'll go back the other way. Again, as you look up towards the ceiling, chin to the collarbone, just in front of the shoulder to the left, sweeping it into the center, and again, changing directions, going back over to that left side. Bring it back to the right, into the middle, again, back the other way. And we'll go for one more full round there and back in. Chin to the collarbone over to the left. Bring the ear behind your left shoulder. Peer towards the ceiling. Chin to the collarbone on the right. Back to the middle. And again, changing directions. Trying to expand that circle a little bit each time around. And slowly, once we get back, lifting the head up. Hips from cement down, spine, take the arms across, hug into your shoulder blades. It will round that spine here, find that flexion. Keep those hips in. And shine your flashlight over to the left and crunching things in on your left side. Just like we did with the neck, we do with the rest of the spine. Start to arch through the back, get that extension here. Starting to rotate over to the right, shining that flashlight towards your right toes, back into the middle, and then again changing direction, going back to the right. Really trying to find that lift through the sternum on your extension as we come back over to the left. Change direction again, rotate, crunching everything on your left side. Think left shoulder into your side pocket. Taking that right shoulder down, slowly rotating back into the center, and then one last one here, going back to the right. And then coming over to the left, into the center. And again, piecing that spine together one little bit at a time as you come up. And we'll work on the scapula. And keep those arms glued into your sides, and as you get that profile shot, take the shoulders up into your ears, shoulders come back, we'll retract, depress, bringing them forward, up, back, down, forward, good, same thing, same direction, keeping those arms glued into your sides, again just focusing on that movement of your shoulder blades. And one last round here. And we'll change direction, go the other way. It's forward, down, back, up. Protract, depress, retract, elevate. And just taking stock, taking notice of what's happening within the arms, what's happening within the spine, any accessory movements. Just try to lock it up. And last round, we can relax those shoulders down. Good, getting into your glenohumeral joint. And we'll take the left hand just to the ribs, right arm comes across the body as we think about spinning that bicep forward, adducting, take the arm up, brush it past your ear, turn the bicep forward, and as you start to rotate the arm internally, extend the arm back, taking the back of the hand into your side pocket, trying to keep everything just as steady as possible. As it goes back, unwind the arm, reaching it up. Again, bicep comes past the ear. And again, take the arm across, still finding that external rotation, lifting it up. Start to spin the bicep forward, continue that bicep, rotating in that same trajectory until the back of the hand comes into the side pocket, changing, unwinding, bringing it up, and again, across the body. And then reaching it up, bicep spins forward, continue rotating, extending the arm back, noticing if we start to shift with the arm, try to keep that body as steady as possible. And then last one here. And when we're done that right arm, we've got two. Most of us will take that left arm across the body. Again, that right hand packs those ribs in just to make sure we're not getting any accessory movement through the spine. Lift the arm up, spin the bicep forward, then continue to rotate as that arm extends back behind you, back of the hand into your side pocket, changing direction, unwinding as it goes back until we get that arm up and again across the body. And as you reach the arm up, when you hit your wall, spin the bicep forward, continue rotating. Think cadence and rhythm as we're doing these, trying to get them nice, smooth, and steady like peanut butter. Not the crunchy one, of course. We're trying to get rid of those crunches. And we got one more round after this one, so we'll do 4 in total. As always, as you're going through this, if you feel that during one day you need a little bit extra, pause the video, bust out a couple extra shoulder CARs, bust out a couple extra spinal CARs. We got one last one, just finishing up this round here. And so as it comes across, again, we adduct, we can relax that arm down, focusing on those elbows, like you got a block between your ribs and your arms, hug them in. Got to spin the palms forward, and think eye of the elbow is that little marker. We're gonna bend the elbows, close off those elbows like you're trying to crush an orange for your morning orange juice. Spin the palms forward, bringing them down. And nice slow rotations whenever we're turning those palms to face forward. And then slow rotations again, turning the palms to face forward. And make sure those yoga blocks are still hugging into your sides. Next time those arms are down, when they're straight, we're going to take the back of the hands up towards the shoulders. Rotating, again, nice and slowly through that rotation, bringing the arms down. And one more after this. Again, when we rotate the palms to face back behind, eye of the elbow stays facing forward, bend the elbow, rotate at the top once you've crushed your orange, and then bringing the arm down. We are going to go through both wrists at the same time, same block in between your arms and your ribs. Imagine that you have your cup of coffee right on top of those forearms, unless you're an early morning scotch drinker, then you're going to have your bottle of scotch there. You're going to have those fingers facing down. Pinkies come in, start to rotate so those fingers are facing up, thumbs are going out a little bit, they won't move very far there. Fingers facing down, we're going to change direction and go the other way. And just remembering that that morning coffee of yours is on the forearm. Try not to let it spill, right? Finding just that movement through the wrists. And as always, when we go through these, if you find it hard to keep everything steady, just think smaller circles. They don't have to be big, expressive movements. We're just trying to find that greatest maximal space that we have with control. And we'll go for one more here. Again, pinkies in, fingers up, thumbs are out. And again, those fingers are pointing down, changing back the other way. And then as we take those fingers back towards the floor, you can relax there. We'll go through those hips. I'm going to hold onto the wall, give you that little profile shot here. You're going to take your right pinky toe just on top of that left pinky toe. Right hand can come on top of the pelvis, right? Buckling that hip down. You're going to lift that right leg up. Think strength just through that inside of the leg. Start to open up the hip here. Kick the knee away from you. So you find your internal rotation as we start to extend the leg back, start to feel a little bit of strength, I guess, in the butt and the back of the leg. Take the leg out, open up the hip, swing that leg forward, and then try to get that right foot up towards the ceiling. And then as you open up the hip here, kick the knee away from you. And then as you start to extend the leg back, and reverse course once it comes in, opening, and again, rotating that foot up. And again, just like those wrists, just to reiterate the point, trying to find that greatest range of motion that we can through the hip with that control. All right, so just like if you notice you're swaying from one side or the other, you're not quite stable standing on that left leg. Again, these rotations don't have to be the world's largest, because we're going to bring that right leg down. And again, I'll turn so you can see here. Take the left hand just to the top of your pelvis. Right hand can get some support onto something. Left pinky toe on top of that right pinky toe. As we sweep that leg up, think foot towards the ceiling. Start to open up that hip. Kick the knee out to the side. Extend the leg back, just thinking again, strength through here. Strengthen that stuff on the outside of the hip, a little bit right through the top as you find that external rotation again. And just changing and finding that little bit of rhythm through your movement. We're going to get one last one here. Good. And lowering it down. And since it is the morning, or maybe you're trying to get yourself a little movement snack in the afternoon in, right, we're going to take a little seat, trying to find that rotation through your shin. Right, right arm comes underneath the right leg, hook it. Take the right hand, hold on to your left arm, and then take that left hand to the top of the thigh. We want this stuff to move here, so that hand is going to be on the thigh. Flex the foot here. You're going to rotate the shin out. Bring the leg up, but not too straight. We're going to rotate the shin in. Bring the heel in towards the hip. As it comes up, rotate out. Think strength on the stuff on the outside of the leg to keep that rotation. Still think that strength there. Rotate the shin in. Again, strength on that stuff on the inside of the leg where we should be feeling it. Bring it up again. Rotate. And then down. Again, just noticing if we have any accessory movement through your thigh, which is why we've now got it in a chokehold, trying to hold it as steady and as still as humanly possible. Good, last round here. And once we finish, okay, we can bring it down. Take the left arm, hook it underneath the left leg. Left hand holds onto the right arm, right hand again to the top of the thigh. Bring the leg in, flex the foot. We're going to rotate the shin out. Lift, but not too straight. Rotate the shin in. Heel towards the hip. And keep that stuff on the inside. And then keep the stuff, or find that stuff on the outside of the leg. And lifting, rotating that shin in. Bring it down. Lifting it back up. Externally rotate. Heel towards the hip. And again, lift but not straight. Internally rotate that shin. Bring it down. And we'll go for one more round. Good. Once we get that one done, we'll now take that focus to your right ankle. Just like we had with that right thigh, we're going to clasp onto your shin, making sure that tibia stays as steady as possible. So once we get that leg up, point your toes like a dancer. We're going to take that pinky toe out. Just start to rotate those toes up, in, And again, like your dancer, pointing those toes forward. Imagining you've got a nice little tennis ball just dangling down in front of your foot, and you're trying to make the world's most perfect circle around it. And then once we get those toes pointed, change direction, go the other way. Last rotation. And once we get it pointed down, you can relax that leg. Again, switching, coming to that left leg, clasp onto your shin, lift the foot, point your toes. And we're going to take those pinkies out first. Start to lift those toes up towards the ceiling. Take those toes to point in while keeping those shins as steady as possible. Using your hands as that feedback here. And just remembering that when we are going through our cars, that we are trying to isolate a certain joint. We got a change in direction here. Pointing those big toes in, up, pinky toe out, and again, find your dancer point. And we got one more rotation here. All the way around that tennis ball. And once we're done, we can take both feet out in front. All right, on to the toesies. Toesies. We're gonna bolt to those, base of the middle, or excuse me, base of the big toe and then base of that pinky down. We're gonna lift the toes up, press them down, lightly grip the floor. And again, get those toes all the way up, press them down, lightly grip. We'll go one more. Okay, we're going to keep those big toes glued. Lift your 4 toes up and then lower the 4 toes down. And 4 toes come up. Lower them down. If those big toes want to follow, like little Bo-Peep sheep, you can always pin them, lift the 4 toes, and lower them back down until eventually those toes can lift on their own. Good. Once those 4 toes are down, keep them down. Big toes up, thumbs up because you're cool. And we're going to get those big toes lifted and then lower down. Again, if you don't need the hands there on the 4 toes, you can always just lift and lower. Again, keeping the base of your toes glued to the floor, just making sure those feet aren't wobbling in or wobbling out. Good, and we'll lower the big toes down. And then just one more here as we get all 5 of those toes up, spread them wide, press down pinky, second, third, fourth, and then the big toe. And as you lift them all up, spread them wide, think pinky, fourth, third, second, big toe. Lifting them, pinky, fourth, third, second, big. Last one here, lifting all those toes up, spread them wide, pinky, fourth, third, second, and big.